Good evening, hello and welcome. You're watching Plain Speak here on CNN News 18 with me, Poonam Burde. The fight for Karnataka is one of prestige for both the Congress and the BJP. One party is eyeing a fillip ahead of the 2024 elections, while the other is eyeing an historic return to the state. Both parties have had their bigwigs campaign at a feverish pitch in the run-up to elections. It's less than a fortnight to go. Rahul and Priyanka Gandhi have been in the state. The Congress's president himself has been leading from the front. Buoyed by the response they received during Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra and its Karnataka leg, the Congress is confident that this election is theirs to win. Add to that the united front that the Congress has been putting up as far as the state leadership, the DK Shiv Kumar camp and Siddaramaiah camp, and the two leaders are concerned. That coming at a time when there's rebellion within the BJP, there are resignations within the BJP. That too is giving hope to the Congress party in this poll-bound state. But today, Congress's chief Mallikarjun Kharge, who was on campaign trail in the state, held a no-holds-barred attack against the Prime Minister. Well, nothing wrong in that. But the kind of language that was used, that is now raised hackles of the BJP. Now, this is not the first time that Mallikarjun Kharge has taken a direct swipe against the Prime Minister. This time, Kharge, who is in his home state of Karnataka, tagged the Prime Minister a poisonous snake while asking voters to be cautious of the BJP and for believing promises made by the BJP. A comment that saw a quick clarification, but the political war of words only escalated. Listen in to the comment that Mallikarjun Kharge first made and the clarification that followed.
ನೀವಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ವಿಷಯ ಅದ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೋಡೋಣ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೆಕ್ ನೋಡೋಣ ನೆಕ್ಕಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿರಿ ನೆಕ್ಕರು ಸತ್ತ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದು ವಿಷಯ ಅದಾನೋ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಮೋದಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಣ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ಪ್ರಧಾನ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ನಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡೋಣ ನೆಕ್ ನೋಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆ ವಿಷಯವನ್ನ ನೆಕ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಮಲಗೇ ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಲ್ಲೇ ಹಂಗೆ ನೀವು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಚಿಂತೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಈ ದೇಶಕ್ಕಾಗಿ
ಭಾರತೀಯ ಜನತಾ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಅದು ಒಂದೇನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹಾವು ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಹಿಂಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ದೆ ನೆಕ್ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಡೆತ್ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದ ಮೊದಲೇನೆ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿ ನಾ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಹೇಳೋದು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಈಗೂ ಹೇಳಿನಿ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿ ಯಾರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನನಗೆ ಅಸೂಯಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಐಡಿಯಾಲಜಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯದಂಗಿದೆ. ಆ ಐಡಿಯಾಲಜಿ ನೀವು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾ ನೆಕ್ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆತ್ ಇಸ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್.
Now, the BJP was not going to take this down lightly. One leader, top of them, one after another, lined up to slam the Congress party, Mallikarjun Kharge specifically. The Chief Minister of Karnataka, Basavaraj Bommai, was one of the first ones to respond. He came out and said that Mallikarjun Kharge's mind is poisonous and this shows prejudice towards Prime Minister Modi and the BJP. Union Minister Rajiv Chandrasekhar then came out and said that Karnataka will never forgive or forget or even vote for the Congress party because of such commentary coming to the fore from the highest within the party. Prakash Javadekar, a member of parliament and a former union minister, also came out and said that this is reflection of sheer frustration and a defeatist mindset of the Congress party. Dharmendra Pradhan, union minister, again came out and said that Mallikarjun Kharge making such comments is only doing so to please his masters. Anurag Thakur, union INB minister, then came out and said that nobody considers Mallikarjun Kharge as the Congress president. Hence, he is desperate, once again hinting at the remote control allegation that the BJP has been making all along. Now, whether that narrative resonates or not, voters will decide on the 10th of May. But elections are about pre-poll promises, and the Congress has been making a slew of them, a list of guarantees that they are offering to the voters if the Congress is voted to power. One such promise that has been made by the Grand Old Party and by the former Chief Minister of the state, Siddaramaiah, is on reservations. Siddaramaiah came out yesterday and said that the Congress is committed to increasing the quota limit in the state to 75%. Right now, remember, it's at 50%. The 50% cap on reservation should be removed, is the Congress's pitch. Siddaramaiah and other Congress leaders have also said that quota should be increased based on caste population. A certain caste which has a very high population but has no representation in quota will also be looked into. Caste-based census should be included in the next census is also another demand that has been made by the Congress party. Earlier, Mallikarjun Kharge had written to the Prime Minister as well, demanding caste census and such data to be made public so that an informed decision can be made. Now, the Congress is looking to consolidate the scheduled caste and OBC votes specifically in the state of Karnataka. the party has reignited the issue of caste census in the last few days. Like I said, Mallikarjun Kharge even wrote to the Prime Minister. Rahul Gandhi too made an aggressive pitch for a caste-based census and for the removal of that 50% ceiling as set by the Supreme Court when he was addressing a rally in Kolar in Karnataka. So why exactly is the Congress making this renewed push? There are several reasons. One is to woo Vokkaligas and Lingayats who demanded a quota hike. Remember, recently the BJP government did give 2% each to both those communities when the 4% quota was scrapped for Muslims. Another reason why the Congress is making this renewed push is that Dalits, OBCs comprise of about 40% of Karnataka's population. Now that 40% vote bank is what the Congress is looking to tap into. Reason number 3 is that they think they can attract Muslim voters as the BJP wants to abolish the Muslim quota. Now there's still a legal hurdle as far as that scrapping goes, but the BJP is firm on scrapping it if voted to power and if that legal hurdle is crossed in the Supreme Court. Now, the Congress also believes that it may clean up Congress's anti-OBC image after Rahul Gandhi's surname remark and the defamation case that followed, which is also why they are making this renewed caste-based census and caste-based quota push. Now, let's take a look at what the reservation currently looks like in the state of Karnataka and whether or not Congress's this pitch is even feasible. Now, according to the current system, backward classes are getting 4% reservation. Similar situation with the OBCs as well in the state. Right now, they get 15% reservation under category 2A. That will remain the same. Muslims were getting 4% reservation under category 2B. That has now been scrapped by the Karnataka government. That decision is still pending in the Supreme Court. Vokkaligas are getting 4% reservation under category 2C, which will now be increased to 6% post the changes made by the Basavaraj Bommai government and the 2% quota that was removed from them. Hence, under this category now 2D, Lingayats were getting 5% reservation. That too will now be increased to 7%. The remaining 2% from Muslim quota has been added here in this particular category. Scheduled castes get 15% reservation that was hiked by the government to 17% last year. While scheduled tribes get 3% reservation, that was increased to 7%. The bill passed to hike the SC/ST quotas also under challenge because it increased the 50% cap on the state, a 50% ceiling that the Supreme Court has asked for. Now, there is a 10% quota for economically weaker sections as well. That remains over and above the 50% cap on quota. So, in totality, Karnataka now has 66% quota in jobs and educational institutions. So, can they actually push that forward and will that pass the legal hurdle? That is also something that we will discuss in the course of the next half an hour. But what is important is that the Congress is making these renewed pushes like in any other election-bound state on multiple fronts. Like I said right at the start, a lot is riding on this election. It's not just about one state or the 224 assembly segments in Karnataka. Here is what is at stake for the grand old party. One, it's very, very important for the Congress to stay relevant to win this state of Karnataka. Now, in southern India, not a single state has a Congress government presently. This win in Karnataka would also be a morale booster for the cadre, not just in Karnataka, but the rest of the country as well. We're not very far away from the 2024 general elections. Which also brings me to how many Lok Sabha MPs Karnataka sends to the parliament. It's 28 Lok Sabha MPs. It's going to be extremely crucial come 2024. The good show in this election will impact the local body elections in Bengaluru, in the IT capital of the country, the BBMP elections in December as well. Now, loss in Karnataka, if that happens for the Congress party, will further fuel infighting within the party, especially in that particular unit, and it could have an effect, a repercussion on the rest of the country as well. So that brings us to the question we ask here on Plain Speak. From Gali politics, from insulting the Prime Minister to playing the caste card, is this last mile desperation for the Congress party?